So yeah, good morning everyone. Namaste. A formal namaste now, a formal good afternoon to everyone. And on behalf of INU Women's Club, I welcome all of you in this on this beautiful Saturday morning where we are starting these book reading sessions of this amazing, phenomenal book called Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. I'm sure most of you would have read about this book or heard about this book, and a lot of you would also know that this book is an international bestseller and it has sold over 50 million copies worldwide. Okay, this book promises to be life changing, life transforming, as well as self healing. So it is one of my favorite books as well, and this is one book that I keep coming back to. So I'm sure this journey is going to be beautiful as we go along, reading together in a group setting. And this is not the first book reading session that we are doing under the guidance and leadership of Meenu and the INU Women's Club. We have done several book readings in the past, and this is another edition of book reading that we are starting now, and we are very very excited that we are starting this with Miss Priya Shukla. Some of you know her, some of you who do not know her. Miss Priya. Priya is an internationally licensed Heal Your Life coach, and she's already touched the life of many, many people through her coaching, through her mentorship, through the Heal Your Life philosophy. So I'm very excited to call upon Priya, and let's just do it together and let's begin the journey. Thank you so much. Over to you, Priya.
Thank you so much, Sonali, for that beautiful introduction. And without taking much of your time, I want to straight away, dig into the book. So, what I need you to do is open the first page where the dedication starts. So, we're going to start reading the book, You Can Heal Your Life, written by Louise Hay. She's the author. This book has sold over 50 million copies across the globe, and it's been on New York Times best-selling book for 3 consecutive weeks. So, uh, the book, as we would go start reading it, we would know Louise has also written that what the reason why she's written the book. So all of that will be clear once we start, flipping through the pages. So I would like you to open the book and go to the first page, which says dedication. I'm going to start reading the book. And the way we are going to do is we are going to start with the book, and then in between there's an affirmation treatment. We're going to do that affirmation treatment and then continue with chapter 1, and then again close with another affirmation, beautiful affirmation treatment. After, towards the end, if you have any questions, I will take it up. If you want to share something, we'll have some sharing sessions. Okay. So my idea is to finish all this in next 45 minutes, so we have enough time for discussion and sharing and whatever. Okay, so shall we start? Are we excited? Are we ready to heal our lives? Yes. Show me some heart, give me some thumbs up. I want to see the excitement. Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful. Thank you. Dedication. May this offering help you find the place within where you know your own self worth, the part of you that is pure love and self acceptance. Acknowledgements. I acknowledge with joy and pleasure my many students and clients who taught me so much and who first encouraged me to put my ideas down on paper. My dedicated staff at Tea House who share my dream of disseminating books, audios, and videos that help to heal the planet spiritually, emotionally, and physically. My wonderful readers, that is us, and listeners who have shown their loving support for my work and who continue to be a source of inspiration for me. All those whose hearts are opening more and more each day. My dear friends throughout the world who surround me with unconditional love, laughter, and just plain fun. Contents. Forward Part 1, Introduction, Suggestion to my readers, Some points of my philosophy. Chapter 1, What I believe. Part 2, A session with Louise. Chapter 2, What is the problem? Where does it come from? Is it true? And what do we do now? Resistance to change. How to change? Building the new daily work. Part 3. Putting these ideas to work. Chapter 10 Relationships. Chapter 11 Work. Chapter 12 Success. Chapter 13 Prosperity. Chapter 14 The Body. Chapter 15 The List. This is the surprise element. Part 4 Conclusion. Chapter 16 My Story. Afterward, deep at the center. Then finally, there's appendix. Forward, I'm going to read this too because it's very beautifully written and it will tell you a little bit more about the book. If I were cast away on a desert island and I could have only one book with me there, I might well choose Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. Not only is it the essence of a great teacher, it is also the powerful and very personal statement of a great lady. Louise shares some of her journey to where she is in her evolvement. Now, in this wonderful new book, I resonated in admiration and in compassion to her story. Too briefly sketched here, in my view, but perhaps that's another book. It's all here, is my point. All you need to know about life, its lessons, and how to do the work on yourself is right here. And this includes Louise's reference guide to probable mental patterns behind disease, which is truly remarkable and unique in my experience. A person on a desert island who found this manuscript in a bottle could learn all he or she needs to know to make this life to be one that gets the job done. Desert island or not, if you have found your way to Louise Hay, perhaps even accidentally, you were well on your way. Louise's book, her remarkable healing tapes, and her inspired workshops are wonderful gifts to a troubled world. It was my own deep investment in working with persons with AIDS that led me to meeting Louise and utilizing concepts from her healing work. Each AIDS person I work with and for whom I played Louise's tape, a positive approach to AIDS, got Louise's message on the first hearing, and many made playing this tape part of their daily healing ritual. One man named Andrew told me I go to bed with Louise and get up to her every day. My respect and love for Louise grew as I observed my beloved AIDS people make their transitions enriched and at peace and complete, more full of love and forgiveness for themselves and everyone else for having had Louise in their lives, and with a quiet respect for having created that precise learning experience. I have been gifted in my life with many great teachers, some of them saints, I'm sure, and even avatars perhaps. Yet Louise is a great teacher one can speak with and be with because of her enormous capacity to listen and to be in unconditional love while sharing, doing the dishes. In the same way, another teacher I hold as great makes terrific potato salad. Louise teaches by example and lives what she teaches. I am deeply honored to invite you to make this book part of your life. You and it are worth it. Dave Ron, Ventures in Self Fulfillment, Dana Point, California. Part 1 Introduction. So now listen to this carefully. This is suggestions to my reader, to my readers. I have written this book to share with you, my readers, that which I know and teach. It incorporates portion of my little blue book, Heal Your Body, which has become widely accepted as an authoritative work on mental patterns that create dis-ease in the body. I have had hundreds of letters from readers asking me to share more of my information. Many persons who have worked with me as private clients and those who have taken my workshops here and abroad have requested I take the time to write this book. I have set up this book to take you through a session just as I would if you come to me in as a private client and attended one of my workshops. If you will do the exercises progressively as they appear in the book, by the time you have finished, you will have begun to change your life. I suggest you read through the book once, then slowly read it again. Only this time to do each exercise in depth. Give yourself time to work with each one. If you can, work through the exercises with a friend or with a member of your family. Each chapter opens with an affirmation. Each of these is good to use when you are working on that area of your life. Take 2 or 3 days to study and work with each chapter. Keep saying and writing the affirmation that opens the chapter. The chapters close with a treatment. This is a flow of positive ideas designed to change consciousness. Read over this treatment several times a day. I close this book by sharing with you my own story. I know it will show you that no matter where we have come from or how lowly it was, we can totally change our lives for the better. Know that when you work with these ideas, my loving support is with you. Now we are going to dive into some points of Louise's philosophy. So these are very, very important. You can have a pen or a marker and you can just underline it, whatever resonates with you better. Yeah. So, some points of my philosophy. We are each responsible for all our experiences. Every thought we think is creating our future. The point of power is always in the present moment. Everyone suffers from self hatred and guilt. The bottom line for everyone is I am not good enough. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. We create every so called illness in our body. Resentment, guilt, criticism, and guilt are the most damaging patterns. Releasing resentment will dissolve even cancer. We must release the past and forgive everyone. We must be willing to begin to learn to love ourselves. Self approval and self acceptance in the now are the keys to positive changes. When we really love ourselves, everything in our life works. Now, what I need you to do is keep all your books and everything aside for a while. And whenever you are ready, rest your back to wherever you're sitting and gently close your eyes. And I'm going to read this affirmation treatment to you. Just listen and allow all the words to sink in. Take a nice deep breath. Allow your body to relax. Take several slow, easy breaths. In the infinity of life, where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. And yet, life is ever changing. There is no beginning and no end of substance, only a constant cycling and recycling of substance and experiences. Life is never stuck or static or still, for each moment is ever new and fresh. I am one with the very power that created me, and this power has given me the power to create my own circumstances. I rejoice in the knowledge that I have the power of my own mind to use in any way I choose. Every moment of life is a new beginning point. As we move from the old, this moment is a new point of beginning for me right here and right now. All is well in my world. So it is. And with those beautiful words resonating to you in your heart, you can bring your awareness back to the room and open your eyes whenever you feel you're ready. All right, now we're going to start with chapter 1, What I Believe. So before I do that, I want to know that do you want me to continue reading, or would any one of you would like to take up reading? Okay, Sonali. Okay. So we start with chapter 1, What I Believe.
Yeah, we'll give some break to you as well. No, we can take turns to read, right? All of us should be reading, I feel. That also makes a lot more connection with what, you're not just listening and reading as well. Okay. Chapter 1, What I Believe. The gateways to wisdom and knowledge are always open. Life is really very simple. What we give out, we get back. What we think about ourselves becomes the truth for us. I believe that everyone, myself included, is responsible for everything in our lives, the best and the worst. Every thought we think is creating our future. Each one of us creates our experiences by our thoughts and our feelings. The thoughts we think and the words we speak create our experiences. We create the situations and then we give our power away by blaming the other person for our frustration. No person, no place, and no thing has any power over us, for we are only the thinkers in our mind. When we create peace and harmony and balance in our minds, we will find it in our lives. Which of these statements sounds like you? People are out to get me. Everyone is always helpful. Each one of these beliefs will create quite different experiences. What we believe about ourselves and about life becomes true for us. The universe totally supports us in every thought we choose to think and believe. Put another way, our subconscious mind accepts whatever we choose to believe. They both mean that what I believe about myself and about life becomes true for me. What you choose to think about yourself and about life becomes true for you. And we have unlimited choices about what we can think. When we know this, then it makes sense to choose everyone is always helpful rather than people are out to get me. The universal power never judges or criticizes us. It only accepts us at our own value. Then it reflects our beliefs in our lives. If I want to believe that life is lonely and that nobody loves me, then that is what I will find in my world. However, if I'm willing to release that belief and to affirm for myself that love is everywhere and I'm loving and lovable, and to hold on to that new affirmation and to repeat it often, then it'll become true for me. Now, loving people will come into my life. The people already in my life will become more loving to me, and I will find myself easily expressing love to others. How powerful, how beautiful, and how powerful. Most of us have foolish ideas about who we are and many, many rigid rules about how life ought to be lived. This is not to condemn us, for each of us is doing the very best we can at this very moment. If we knew better, if we had more understanding and awareness, then we would do it differently. Please don't put yourself down for being where you are. The very fact that you have found this book and have discovered me means that you are ready to make a new positive change in your life. Acknowledge yourself for this. Men don't cry. Women can't handle money. What limiting ideas to live with. When we are very little, we learn how to feel about ourselves and about life by the reactions of the adults around us. It is the way we learn what to think about ourselves and about our world. Now, if you lived with people, just give me a sec. Sorry. It is the way we learn what to think about ourselves and about our world. Now, if you lived with people who are very unhappy, frightened, guilty, or angry, then you learned a lot of negative things about yourself and about your world. I never do anything right. It's my fault. If I get angry, I'm a bad person. Beliefs like this create a frustrating life. When we grow up, we have a tendency to recreate the emotional environment of our early home life. This is not good or bad, right or wrong. It is just what we know inside as home. We also tend to recreate in our personal relationships the relationships we had with our mothers or with our fathers, or what they had between them. Think how often you have had a lover or a boss who was just like your mother or father. We also treat ourselves the way our parents treated us. We scold and punish ourselves in the same way. You can almost hear the words when you listen. We also love and encourage ourselves in the same way if we were loved and encouraged as children. You never do anything right. It's all your fault. How often have you said this to yourself? You are wonderful. I love you. How often do you tell yourself this? However, I would not blame our parents for this. We are all victims of victims, and they could not possibly have taught us anything they did not know. If your mother did not know how to love herself, or your father did not know how to love himself, then it would be impossible for them to teach you to love yourself. They were doing the best they could with what they had been taught as children. If you want to understand your parents more, get them to talk about their own childhood. And if you listen with compassion, you will learn where their fears and rigid patterns come from. Those people who did all the stuff to you were just as frightened and scared as you are. Anybody else wants to read? I think. Anybody else wants to read?
Yeah, I can take this turn now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity, Priya. Uh,
One request, Sonali, whenever one person is reading, can you just highlight them? Because I am seeing only Priya is highlighted.
okay. So I continue from here where Sonali left. I believe that we choose our parents. Each one of us decides to incarnate upon this planet at a particular point in time and space. We have chosen to come here to learn a particular lesson that will advance us upon our spiritual, evolutionary pathway. We choose our sex, our color, our country, and then we look around for the particular set of parents who will mirror the pattern we are bringing into work on in this lifetime. Then, when we grow up, we usually point our fingers accusingly at our parents and whimper, "You did it to me." But really, we chose them because they were perfect for what we wanted to work on overcoming. We learn our belief systems as very little children, and then we move through life creating experiences to match our beliefs. Look back in your own life and notice how often you have gone through the same experience. Well, I believe you created those experiences over and over because they mirrored something you believed about yourself. It doesn't really matter how long we have had a problem or how big it is or how life threatening it is. So, the point of power is always in the present moment. All the events you have experienced in your lifetime up to this moment have been created by your thoughts and beliefs you have held in the past. They were created by the thoughts and words you used every day, last week, last month, last year, 10, 20, 30, 40, or more years ago, depending on how old you are. However, that is your past. It is over and done with. What is important in this moment is what you're choosing to think and believe and say right now. For these thoughts and words will create your future. Your point of power is in the present moment and is forming the experience of tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and so on. You might notice what thought you're thinking at this moment. Is it negative or positive? Do you want this thought to be creating your future? Just notice and be aware. Now, I would really like Priya to take over from here because it has been a long way we have been reading because it's her thing that she wants to explain. And after that, she can, just invite anyone else who would want to do. Thank you, Priya.
Sure. Thank you, Meenu. The only thing we are ever dealing with is a thought, and a thought can be changed. No matter what the problem is, our experiences are just outer effects of our inner thoughts. Even self hatred is only hating a thought you have about yourself. You have a thought that says, I'm a bad person. This thought produces a feeling, and you buy into that feeling. However, if you don't have the thought, you won't have the feeling, and thought can be changed. Change the thought, and the feeling must go. This is very important. Please try to understand this. This is only to show us where we get many of our beliefs. But let's not use this information as an excuse to stay stuck in our pain. The past has no power over us. It doesn't matter how long we have had a negative pattern. The point of power is in the present moment. What a wonderful thing to realize. We can begin to be free in this moment. Believe it or not, we do choose our thoughts. We may habitually think the same thought over and over so that it does not seem we are choosing the thought. But we did make the original choice. We can refuse to think certain thoughts. Look how often you have refused to think positive thought about yourself. Well, you can also refuse to think a negative thought about yourself. It seems to me that everyone on this planet whom I know I have worked with is suffering from self hatred and guilt to one degree or another. The more self hatred and guilt we have, the less our lives work. The less self hatred and guilt we have, the better our lives work on all levels. The innermost belief for everyone I have worked with is always I am not good enough. We often add to that, and I don't do enough and I don't deserve. Does this sound like you? Often saying or implying or feeling that you're not good enough. But for whom? And according to whose standards? If this belief is very strong in you, then how can you possibly have created a loving, joyous, and prosperous, healthy life? Somehow, your main subconscious belief would always be contradicting it. Somehow, you would never quite get together, for something would always be going wrong somewhere. If I find that resentment, criticism, guilt, and fear cause more problems than anything else, these four things cause the major problems in our body and in our lives. These feelings come from blaming others and not taking responsibility of our own experiences. You see, If we are all responsible for everything in our lives, then there is no one to blame. Whatever is happening out there is only a mirror of our own inner thinking. I am not condoning other people's poor behavior, but it is our beliefs that attract people who will treat us that way. If you find yourself saying everyone always does such and such to me, criticizes me, is never there for me, uses me like a doormat, abuses me, then this is your pattern. There is some thought in you that attracts people who exhibit this behavior. When you no longer think that way, they will go elsewhere and do that to somebody else. You will no longer attract them. Following are some results of patterns that manifest on the physical level. Resentment that is long held can eat away at the body and become a disease we call cancer. Criticism is a permanent habit that often lead to arthritis in the body. Guilt always looks for punishment, and punishment creates pain. When a client comes to me with a lot of pain, I know they are holding a lot of guilt. Fear and the tension it produces can create things like baldness, ulcers, and even sore feet. I have found that forgiving and releasing resentment will dissolve even cancer. While this may sound simplistic, I have seen and experienced it working. We can change our attitude towards the past. The past is over and done. We cannot change that now. Yet we can change our thoughts about the past. How foolish for us to punish ourselves in the present moment because someone hurt us in the past, in the long ago past. I often say to people who have deep resentment patterns, please begin to dissolve the resentment now when it is relatively easy. Don't wait until you are under the threat of a surgeon's knife or on your deathbed, when you may have to deal with panic too. When we are in a state of panic, it is difficult to focus our minds on the healing work. We have to take time out to dissolve the fears first. If we choose to believe we are helpless victims and that it's all hopeless, then the universe will support us in that belief and we will just go down the drain. It is vital that we release these foolish, outmoded, negative ideas and beliefs that do not support us and nourish us. Even our concept of God needs to be one that is for us and not against us, isn't it? To release the past, we must be willing to forgive. We need to choose to release the past and forgive everyone, ourselves included. We may not know how to forgive and we may not want to forgive. But the very fact that we say we are willing to forgive begins the healing process. It is imperative for our own healing that we release the past and forgive everyone. I forgive you for not being the way I wanted you to be. I forgive you and I set you free. The affirmation sets us free. All disease come from a state of unforgiveness. Whenever we are ill, we need to search our hearts to see who is it that we need to forgive. The course in Miracle says that all disease come from a state of unforgiveness and that whenever we are ill, we need to look around to see who is it that we need to forgive. I would add to that concept that the very person you find it hardest to forgive is the one you need to let go of the most. Forgiveness means giving up, letting go. It has nothing to do with condoning behavior. It's just letting the whole thing go. We do not have to know how to forgive. All we need to do is to be willing to forgive. The universe will take care of the house. We understand our own pain so well, how hard it is for most of us to understand that whoever they are, we need most to forgive, were also in pain. We need to understand that they were doing the best they could with the understanding, awareness, and knowledge that they had at that time. When people come to me with a problem, I don't care what it is: poor health, lack of money, unfulfilling relationships, stifled creativity. There's only one thing I ever work on, and that is loving the self. I find that when we really love and accept and approve of ourselves exactly as we are, then everything in our life works. It's as if little miracles are everywhere. Our health improves, we attract more money, our relationships become more fulfilling, and we begin to express ourselves in creatively fulfilling ways. All this seems to happen without our even trying. Loving and approving of yourself, creating a space of safety, trusting and deserving and accepting will create organization in your mind. Create more loving relationship in your life. Attract a new job and a new and better place to live, and even enable your body weight to normalize. People who love themselves and their bodies neither abuse themselves nor others. Self approval and self acceptance in the now are the main keys to positive change in every areas of our lives. Loving the self to me begins with never ever criticizing ourselves for anything. Criticism locks us into the very pattern we are trying to change. Understanding and being gentle with ourselves helps us to move out of it. Remember, you have been criticizing yourselves for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Okay, now, so that was chapter one for us. And this is another beautiful affirmation treatment. I would like to close the reading with this, and then we can have sharing and any questions if you have. Then I'll take it up. Are we okay with that? Okay. So, once again, all of you just sit very, very comfortably. Rest your back to wherever you're sitting. Gently close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath and allow these words to deeply sink into the corners of your mind and your heart. Take a nice deep breath. Know that in this space you are safe. Know that in this space you're relaxed and stress free. Know that you're deeply loved. In the infinity of life, where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I believe in a power far greater than I am that flows through me every moment of every day. I open myself to the wisdom within, knowing that there is only one intelligence in this universe. Out of this one intelligence comes all the answers, all the solutions, all the healings, all the new creations. I trust this power and intelligence, knowing that whatever I need to know is revealed to me. Whatever I need to know is revealed to me. And that whatever I need comes to me in the right time, space, and sequence. All is well in my world. And so it is. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. And whenever you feel ready, gently bring your awareness back to this time and space. Feel the chair, feel the place where you're sitting. Wiggle your body a little bit, adjust yourself, and gently open your eyes with a big smile on your face. Welcome back. All right, we're right on time. Yay! So, yes, now I open the session to whoever wants to share anything or whoever wants to ask any questions.
Should I stop the recording?
No, no, recording, हाँ अभी कर सकते हैं stop
Huh?
actually.
I can stop the recording. We'll take the
Yeah.
so none of your question answers will go anywhere, and
Record,
only
yeah.
the recording is
कोई
there.
अच्छी बात बोलेगा तो वो रिकॉर्ड कर लो मैम.
अच्छा ठीक है.
कोई फीडबैक पहले
ठीक है.
सबसे फीडबैक ले लेते
ठीक
हैं.
है.
हाँ
ठीक है.
पहले
Let me
feedback ले
start with
लेते
the
हैं
अच्छी
correct.
बात.
जैसे मेरे को अच्छा लगा, मैंने लिखा है प्रिया मैम
या
के लिए.
सबका जो फीडबैक है वो रहना
हाँ,
बहुत अच्छा
definitely
रहेगा.
I'll
It
just
will be
keep
like,
the
it
recording
shows
on.
the
Yeah.
main
Sure.
heart of the concept of reading. और उसके अलावा
I
हमारे जो
want to
discussions
take
होते हैं,
this-
it's all live and natural way that it comes. So,
I want to take this opportunity to give my feedback. First of all, I love you, Priya. I felt so beautiful inside out after listening to you. Your voice was so therapeutic. It was going inside me. And thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you. It's beautiful. Okay.
So I would like to pitch in. I resonate what the speaker just now has said. When you said with a smile on your face, I felt it's not only the smile on my face, it's the smile in my heart too. So with the beautiful reading and the affirmation, which so deeply connected, it is really a pleasure to be the part of this community right now and this reading session. I'm Achal here. So thank you. Thanks,
Anchal.
Atanu.
Thank you so much, Achal, for those kind words. Means a lot.
Thank you, Anchal. I feel every part here, like, when you say the disease is connected from the state of unforgiveness, that connects us so much, which I feel कि yeah, it is a part like we don't want to forgive. It is like मैं उसको क्यों माफ करूं? उसने मेरे साथ ऐसा किया. ये जो thought है, it was always like we are doing it for others. It's like, we are taking poison and we are thinking we are giving the other person poison. And we are creating problem for us. So that part had resonated with me so much कि yeah, actually this is the truth कि problem यहाँ से आता है.
And have you
I'm
seen
not
how
forgiving.
Louise writes disease? She's not calling it disease. She's
It's
calling it dis-ease.
dis-ease. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
so very connecting. Actually, the core of all the problems, it is like that. We need to let go. Just let ourselves free, forgive, and go.
Truly.
Sunny, you can unmute yourself because I took your turn. So please unmute yourself and you can
नहीं
share.
मैम, मैं क्योंकि मार्केटर हूँ इसलिए मैंने कहा रिकॉर्डिंग बंद मत करो, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. प्रिया जी की वाहवाही हो रही है एंड शी ट्रूली इज अ ग्रेट ट्रेनर.
Thank you
इट
so
फेल्ट लाइक वो 2 लाख की वैल्यू हमें फ्री में मिल रही है.
much.
कंटेंट इतना पावरफुल है, मैम जब पढ़ रहे हैं दिल से पढ़ रहे हैं और सुनने में बड़ा अच्छा लगता है कि वी रिपीट आवर थॉट्स, वी कैन चेंज आवर थॉट्स. बट आज कुछ अलग ही महसूस हुआ कि आई कैन क्रिएट गुड थॉट्स, आई कैन लव माई सेल्फ मोर, आई कैन चेंज माई थॉट्स. तो It was magical. I'm very happy to be here. तो मैंने छोटी छोटी ड्राइंग्स भी बना ली. ये दिखेगी नहीं, मैं ग्रुप पे डाल दूंगा, मीनू मैम से शेयर कर दूंगा. थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू. ग्रेट वैल्यू एड, ग्रेट सेवा.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
add you to the WhatsApp group, the Magic Book Reading Club. Sunny, we'll add you there. So there we can have the conversation with Priya. She is doing the hand holding for this entire book reading series. All of you who have not joined the WhatsApp group, please do join. Take the WhatsApp group joining link from wherever you have received the invitation if you're not a part of the group yet. Thank you, everyone. So please continue the journey, the session.
I just wanted to share the same thing. These days, I mean, or generally we get to hear people are looking for so much of healing work. People are going to healers. People are, doing so much of work. I just feel that once people know about what kind of work is happening here, more and more people should be joining in so that they can do their own self healing just by reading a simple book. And that is what Priya and I discussed yesterday. Can you heal yourself by just reading a book? I would say yes, and especially the kind of uh, group setting. In the group setting, we are doing guided by Priya, and the way she will be explaining things, it's just going to be very, very therapeutic for everyone. So I know healers they charge so much for the healing sessions, and here we are getting free healing sessions. Kind of like Sunny said, it's worth 2 lakh, and we are getting it for free. So it's a
Yes, Sonali, we should
brilliant
not
thing.
underestimate the opportunities that come complimentary or free to us,
Yes,
because we are very grateful and thankful to Priya to agree and spare her time for this reading sessions.
agree.
And she was invited as a speaker in one of our summits, holistic wellness summits. There, I just asked her, requested her if she could do for our community. It is not for myself, it is not
Yeah,
for one person, but it is for everybody. We have
true.
she agreed, and we have not charged any single rupee from anybody. So do not underestimate the this complimentary offer to all of you. Just invite your friends and family to be a part of this therapeutic reading series.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Absolutely. Mahi, do you have anything to share, dear?
Yes, ma'am, do our karmas play a part in what we undergo? Because healing comes later. First, the karma comes. We face the karma.
Yes, absolutely. You see, actually, Louise is an American author, but
Mm-hmm.
she has lived and stayed in Maharshi Mahesh Yogi's ashram in
Okay.
Texas. And she has, when we will read chapter 16, so in that she
Okay.
has shared her journey and everything. So, because she is an American author and these terms were not very in the moment at that time, the
Right.
word karma has become very like people use it very often now, but at that time it was not so often used. So but to describe that, you see in this, I think it was the fourth or fifth point, she mentioned that we choose to come to this planet.
Correct. Yes.
And then we choose our parents, we choose our
Yeah.
country, we choose our color and everything. And that's how it is. She's written, I believe that we choose our parents. And that's what the yogis and everything, the entire Vedanta philosophy is also based on
Yes.
that. That yes, it is all our karmas, and
Okay.
we choose it.
So basically, she explains how to live our lives in what state we get. She's
Yes,
explaining how do we live our lives and then heal
absolutely,
it. Okay, got it. That was just
absolutely.
a confusion there. Thank you.
जो कर्मास होते हैं, कर्मास हमको अफेक्ट करते हैं, उसका एक है इफेक्ट अपने लाइफ में. That becomes prarabdha also, comes as prarabdha also later. But what can we do? God has also given us free will, you see,
Right,
to
right.
choose. And
Mm,
that's where it comes into picture, that we get to choose our thoughts. Every
right.
day in the
Yeah,
morning, we realize ki, Arey, I am alive today. Now it is up to me how I want to live my day,
right.
irrespective of whatever has happened in the past or whatever is happening to me right now, irrespective of that, I get to choose. ठीक है?
Yes, understood. Yeah.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, yes. Rest. We'll take your workshops. I'll take your workshops. Rest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are going to continue the book reading sessions. This is going to continue. So please join us next Saturday also.
Yeah, this is very important for
time.
all of you to know. This is a 10-week journey. And every Saturday, 12 to 1 on Zoom, same link, we'll be meeting here with Priya and she'll be guiding us through this book reading sessions. Yeah.
Yes, Jagrati, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, there is one thing that I am very happy about here. Ki, see, when you read it all alone, it's like I'm just reading and reading and reading. But when we are reading this in a group and you are giving this, the therapy wise, it is so beautiful. Every part we are able to converse, understand, and go through each chapter. It's actually we are like living, and in group, it's a different energy altogether. We can feel the book. So it's like, thank you, Priya. And Binoji for organizing this and Priya for taking it up and beautifully explaining it to us. So
Right.
every bit is like, it's magical. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so glad you feel that
I
way.
agree with Jagruti when I have read this book alone so many times. But, reading it in this setting, it just feels very nice. So thanks a lot, Priya.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Anyone else has
Is
any
there
questions?
anything that we need to get prepared before the next session, next Saturday? Priya, do you suggest anything?
No, it's the same thing what we have spoken about. Like we need to have a journal and pen because in next session we'll be doing some writings. So we need to have a journal or a notebook, pen handy. And yeah, I would say also purchase a marker because there are lots of things which Louise is saying in this book, and from next session I'll also tell you कि अच्छा चलो highlight कर लो अभी इसको. Yes, Tanmay, do you have a question or do you want to share something?
Uh, uh, I have first time I'm attending this. It's a great session. And one question I want to ask that how to control or manage the emotional low moment. That's why I want to ask.
Emotional low moment.
Yes.
Okay. Give me an example.
When you don't like someone or you don't like something and you forget, but it reminds later and you are alone. How to manage that feelings?
See, in this book, for whatever we have read up until now, Louise has said that we get to choose our thoughts. So always remember you are on the driving seat and we are habitual thinkers. सो वो जो हैबिट है ना उसको आपको चेंज करना है और हैबिट चेंज करना इतना डिफिकल्ट भी नहीं होता है सो वंस यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट ओके दैट अवेयरनेस दैट हैज कम इज ब्यूटिफुल because the fact that you're saying that you're feeling emotionally low because of something that has happened to you in the past, that awareness is beautiful. Stick to that awareness, and now from that point you are in the driving seat and you remind yourself, now I get to choose my thoughts. So, what thoughts do I need to choose? Do I need to go back into the same loop and think the same thought and come back to the same position? No, or I can choose to think a different thought, you know. So, if you give me a very specific example, I'll be able to help you a little more.
I want to give that someone
What are the thoughts that's coming in your mind?
from the example when I met with somebody, my friend, and we have great conversation. But after 1.5 years, he, uh, he cheated me for some reasons that somebody told him about bad things about me. That's why I want to ask that how to felt or that thought process reminds me later and later. So that you tell that you have to move on from that thoughts. That's why I want to ask you how to manage that emotional low quotient.
Okay.
Uh,
So, do you have a pen and paper with you? I want you to write this down.
yes, I have pen and paper.
Okay. Number one, you're going to start by forgiving yourself. Write an affirmation. I forgive myself
Yes.
for not being the way I wanted myself to be.
Yes.
Now, number two, write that person's name.
Okay.
And in front of that, write, I forgive you, whatever that person's name is. I forgive you for not being the way I wanted you to be.
You. Okay.
And I set you free.
Yeah, I said.
And I set you free. I
Okay.
set you free. I set myself free. We are both free.
Okay.
Now read it out loud to all of us. And when Tanmay is done reading, I want all of you to look here, support him, clap, and say, yes, we support you. Just unmute yourselves for a moment. All of you. We are.
Forgiving yourself, right affirmation, for not being myself forward, and
Excellent.
I you and for not the way you forget me, and I set you free and myself.
Yes, we support you.
We
Yes,
We
we
support you,
support
support
you.
you.
We
Tanmay. We
completely
support
support
you.
you.
Yes, we completely support you.
Tanmay, you're out of it. You're out
Yes,
of it now.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. You're out of it.
Okay. How does that feel, Tanmay? कैसा लग रहा है आपको अभी?
And felt very relaxed.
Felt very relaxed, है ना?
Yes,
And with the whole group supporting you.
yes, yes,
Imagine you have so much love, so much support from all these lovely people who are there on your screen right now. Look
yes,
at all the lovely hearts they're sending you.
yes, yes,
Can you see it?
yes, yes. I
Yeah,
see.
yes. So you have support from all of us. And you're out of it. You're free now.
Yes,
It's done.
yes,
It's gone and it's done in the past. ठीक है? Okay.
yes,
अभी आप एक मुझे नेक्स्ट वीक बताएंगे कि आपको कैसा लगा उसके बाद.
yes,
ठीक है? नेक्स्ट वीक हम सेम टाइम पे मिलेंगे.
yes,
12 o'clock.
yes,
And we're going to start with part 2, which is a
right,
session with Louise.
yes,
So this is like the cream. Don't miss this, guys. ठीक है?
yes, yes,
And so on that note, let's close the session. Over to Sonali, Meenu, and Jagriti, and INU. And that's all from me, from my side. Next week, I'd like to see all of you. And I just want to make sure that all of you have the book, You Can Heal Your Life. If not, you can go on Amazon and do purchase a hard copy. Next week, do come with the journal and a pen. Okay? All right. Over to you, Sonali.
Great. Thank you so much, Priya. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. And like Priya said, we hope to see you. Not hope to see you. We certainly will see you next week, and we hope to see more people, more of your friends, family joining us for the session, so even if they've missed the first session, it is perfectly all right to join from second session onwards.
Yeah.
So don't think that they have missed the first session. How will they manage with the second session? So most of the readings will be fresh, there'll be something to learn in every single reading. So even if somebody has missed one of the sessions, please tell everybody that they are free to join the sessions.
And
Okay.
inviting others you think they need this healing would be a gift from your side to them. We are, of course, here in this room helping each one of us to come out of whatever past traumas, pains we are facing, because life is something that gives us experience of pain and joy and success and everything. So this would be a gift from your side to your loved ones, to your family, to your friends, who can come and actually join this healing journey. So we all are together in this room. Thank you, everybody.
Also become a channel of, success and freedom for everyone, because it's not necessary that they listen to all the parts of it. Whatever they are supposed to listen, you are just a channel to, help them listen to that. So please do what you have come here for. Become the channel and spread the word.
मैम इसको सिंपल करो, एक फैमिली फोटो ले लो, इंस्टा पे स्टोरी में टैग कर सकते हैं सबको,
हाँ
लोग पूछेंगे कि क्या हुआ।
हाँ ठीक
डन
है।
डन। आप सभी अपना इंस्टा हैंडल ग्रुप में डाल दीजिए। आई कैन टैग ऑल ऑफ यू।
चलो, अब सबको कैसा लगा? Heal your life. चलो एक ग्रुप फोटो हो जाए सबकी।
I'll take the picture.
Yeah, please do that. Do the honor, Sonali.
Done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Gratitude to everyone. Gratitude, Priya. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. So let's meet again next week at 12 noon. So tab tak ke liye take care.
And
अपना ध्यान
also be
रखिए, स्वस्थ
connected on the
रहिए।
social media links. Keep sharing.